Hi everyone, my name is Lori Voss Furukawa, founder of Create, Play, Grow Out of the Box Living, coming to you from the Creative Kitchen in Manila, Philippines. And today we're going to learn how to make coconut yogurt. So it's technically vegan, so if you don't, or it would help also if you are lactose intolerant and can't handle dairy products if your body can't digest it. If you live in a place that has coconut growing naturally, I would recommend using that. The kind of coconut that is best suited would be a middle-aged one. You want one with a little bit thicker coconut meat, like I have here. This is taken out of the coconut. So once the coconut is cut open, you're going to have the water inside and then also this meat. You just need the meat essentially to make the coconut yogurt. If you don't live in a climate where coconut is grown naturally, you could also make coconut yogurt out of coconut milk from a can. I would suggest taking a look at the ingredients on what's in the coconut milk if you buy it from a can, because some of them have more additives than necessary. So try to find one with the least amount of ingredients on the list. And in such a case, if you're going to make it out of a can, you can put the can upside down, and then when you're ready to make your coconut milk, I'd say probably for about 1 day you could put the can upside down so everything kind of solidifies. But if you've ever opened a can of coconut milk, you'll know that there's a thicker layer and then there's a little bit of juice. So putting it in standing it upside down for overnight, for example, or for a day, it allows everything to solidify on the bottom, and the liquid will come to the top. So then in the morning, or whenever you're ready to make it, turn it over, open up the can, and you're going to have your liquid and your cream separate. Just use the cream as much as you can and keep the liquid away from your making process. If you do use everything together, it's just going to have a much runnier yogurt, which isn't the end of the world. The taste's still going to be there. It's just a little bit different texture to get used to. Not a problem. So, what do we need? Coconut. If you're using fresh coconuts, it depends on the size of your coconuts, but maybe 2 to 3 coconuts. And it depends how much meat you get out of all of them. Maybe 4 coconuts even. I have here, so the amount of coconut meat you want to use is 3 cups. 3 to 4 cups of coconut meat will make you a nice serving of yogurt. If you're going to use cans, 2 cans, 2.5 cans, depending, sometimes you can find smaller cans or larger cans, 2 to 3 cans of coconut milk will also work. And you're going to need a probiotic capsule or a probiotic, which is basically your starter, because that's going to act as the good bacteria to help the coconut meat ferment, which in the end result, you're going to have beautiful vegan coconut homemade yogurt. I would suggest not adding any sugar or anything else. All you need is the coconut meat or flesh and the probiotic capsule. Sugar isn't really necessary in our diets in general. And once your coconut is, your yogurt's ready for eating, you could always add some fruits in there with it, and it's going to obviously make it naturally sweeter. The longer that you allow it to ferment naturally, the more sour taste that it's going to have. So, for example, living in a climate like the Philippines, where it's quite hot all day, every day, and night as well, I would suggest leaving it anywhere from, you could even do as short as 6 hours if that's the taste preference you want, or you can leave it up to 12, even potentially 14 hours if you want. And like I say, the longer you leave it, the more sour the taste you're going to get in the end. So it might be more like a sour cream even taste potentially. I've had that before, and it tastes nice with borscht soup, for example, instead of using a dairy version of sour cream. You could also have a runnier version, and I've used when that happens sometimes, because it's just like, you use what you got. I've used it also in salad dressings, mixing up the yogurt or the cream that is the result of the fermentation process. Super delicious in many different ways. You can add in different flavors to that as well. So you have yogurt, which can be yummy, eaten with fruit. eaten on top of a breakfast dish or alone. Like I say, you can make it into salad dressings, all kinds of options. Put it into a smoothie a little bit. There's many options, and the best part is that it's a good bacteria for our gut. And when we have good gut health, we also have good brain health and good health throughout our entire body. So, on that note, let's get started. I have measured out already. I have my coconut that has been opened and scraped out of the original coconut itself. I have here about 3 cups, just over 3 cups. So you're going to want also a container, preferably glass, just because glass is better than plastic in general. We don't, really need it, but if all you have is plastic, that'll do as well. You don't want to use something that is stainless steel or aluminum. Try to avoid that. Stainless steel for sure is going to kill your bacteria that you want to be growing. So that many people have ideas like bacteria is always bad. There's lots of good bacteria out there, and those are bacteria that we need in our body to help us be healthy, help us have a good immune system, help us digest our foods. So, good bacteria is important. Having a nice glass container is ideal, but like I said, plastic will also work. You're going to need your blender again. Blender is a really essential tool in a good kitchen. So I'm just going to put all my coconut meat here into my blender. Now, depending on the consistency that you want from your yogurt, you can add a little bit of the coconut water or juice that comes out of the original coconut. If you're using a can, you can take the whole piece, everything that comes whole piece. Sorry, you can take also the more liquidy part that comes out of the can. I have quite dry coconut here, the meat, so I'm going to add a little bit of the coconut water. I just poured it in here already for convenience sake. I just put in about a quarter cup. So you're going to want to just blend up the coconut meat, and if you're adding any of the liquid. I'm going to turn you this way a little bit so you can just watch me. Turning on my blender here, just give me a moment while this blends up. I want to get it a nice, fine, smooth consistency like yogurt usually is. Strong, high, powerful blender. If yours has a weaker motor, you're going to need to take a little bit more time probably to blend it up. Depending, again, if you're using the coconut milk from the can, it's going to be much quicker and easier because it's already a smooth texture. If you have real coconut, it sometimes takes a little bit more, particularly if it's a little bit drier. Now with mine, I'm going to add a little bit more of the liquid because I noticed now I've used about 3/4 of a cup of liquid with just over 3 cups of the coconut meat. You can't really go wrong. I mean, worst case scenario, you get a really runny yogurt in the end. But like I said, it's not a big deal because you can just, you can still eat it, which is the main thing. You're still going to get the health benefit. And you can just use it for salad dressings or sauces or toppings a little bit, mixing it with some other ingredients like peanut butter or tahini, sesame paste, a little bit of a chili spice or something. You can create all kinds of beautiful tastes and flavors. Just need to use your creativity. Then turn the blender on for another minute just to get this nice and smooth. You want ideally the texture of yogurt. Okay, my texture is reasonable for me. I'm okay with what I've created here. Like I say, it's up to you and what you want in your kitchen. So far we have still the probiotic on its own. We've only coconut and a little bit of the water. I happen to have a probiotic that comes in a package like this. It's just loose. It doesn't come in a capsule form. Not a big difference. No big deal at all. You buy what you buy and see if it works. Essentially, all probiotics should work. You're going to want to make sure you get a good one. Now, what's a good one? That's a good question. There's quite a big information and misinformation out there as well about probiotics and what they have. One good thing to look for is you want at least 15 billion strains to be in your probiotic capsule. So you can read that if you look at the ingredient list. It's not going to have all 15 million listed there, but it'll state that on the ingredient list space. So if you recall, closer to the beginning of this video, I mentioned to avoid stainless steel because the bacteria doesn't like it. So you can, if you feel like doing it quickly, add your probiotic powder. If you have a capsule, just open the capsule up, pour the powder in. You can do it in your blender, but remember, most likely the blades from your blender are going to be stainless steel. So you have the potential of killing some of the bacteria there. My preference is just to take it out, and I put it all, I'm just going to move the video here a little bit, it's a bit tricky for how to line everything up, but it's all good. Just going to put this beautiful, nice creamy yogurt right into my container, and I mix everything just in my container. So you don't even want to use a metal spoon from your kitchen. I'm using a spatula. That is my special tool for making this. Scraping everything out of the blender, that's always a good trick. I mean, it generally comes out pretty easily, but we need to help it along. Don't want to waste any goodness. As much as we can get out as possible is always best. Getting everything out. I'm pretty confident if you are concerned about maybe your family members thinking, oh, coconut yogurt, I don't want that. I like the real Coke. I like real yogurt. La 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 la. I bet if you don't tell them, they won't even notice. It's super delicious. If you really want to treat them, you can put it in a little yogurt container and put it into your fridge. However, unfortunately, a lot of the yogurts that we have access to in the supermarkets on the shelf are loaded with sugars, and these sugars don't do anything good for the bacteria or the state of our health. So now, I have my probiotic. Like I say, it's just in a powder form. If you have the capsule, it should be that you're going to be able to open the capsule, just take it apart nicely, and pour everything inside. Dump it in there, want everything in. Give it a little mix with your spatula, preferably, or a mixing tool, whatever you have. Put that in, get in there, mix it around. Everything gets a little nice taste of the good bacteria in there. And I usually like to make it and I let it sit overnight. In the morning, ready to eat. Now, like I say, depending on how sour you want it, anywhere from 6 to 12, even up to 14 hours. You can start tasting it to get an idea. You know, just put your spoon in there, have a little taste, see what it's like. Just, if you put the spoon in your mouth, don't put it back into the yogurt, because we don't want to transfer any potential bad bacteria into the yogurt, because those will grow also. We want only good stuff to be growing in our yogurt and in our lives naturally. So now you have your coconut meat, probiotic capsule mixed together in your container, and we need to let it ferment. The best way to let it ferment, cover it up. If it doesn't have a lid on your container, you can just cover it up with some wrap. I think we should start all avoiding plastic wrap in general, because this isn't good for the environment. So see if you can find something else, maybe even a potential towel, and just, you know, have an elastic band or something that covers it and seals it. You know, it doesn't need to be sealed 100%, because the air helps with the fermentation process as well. But you want it covered so it's not completely exposed and open. Then I would suggest the next, because you don't want it into the sunlight. So I like to make it over the night period, so I know for sure it's going to have a dark space in the night. If you happen to make it throughout the day, not a problem. Just find a towel, cover it up, or put it in if you have a pantry or a darker space, put it there, leave it. Tomorrow morning, ta-da! Special yogurt for breakfast, or lunch, or dinner, whatever you please. It's a nice, beautiful, tasty snack. I hope that you're all going to try this beautiful yogurt. It's super delicious. It doesn't take very long. Once you get the hang of it, it's going to even take faster than the amount of time I've taken to do this video, because you certainly won't be talking this much. Once again, my name is Lori Voss-Furukawa. I'm the founder of Create, Play, Grow Out of the Box Living. Feel free to find me on Facebook, and you'll find that on Create, Play, Grow Out of the Box Living. You can share this video with your friends, like, comment, ask any questions, send me a message if you're not quite sure about something, or if you didn't quite follow some of the instructions, or if you have any different ideas. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm happy that you're here to watch this video. Thank you, and have a lovely, tasty Tuesday.